So, hello, hi. I don't know whenever you are listening to this. My name is Easy Astro, aka Jalik the Third, and this is Season Aspect, where astrology seasons the topics, but the flavor, the bulk of the meal comes from the experiences either I share or my guests share. And today we are talking about Cancer season, and who more so best to have talking about Cancer season is a Cancer herself, Michaela. How are you doing, girl? How are you doing?
Obviously excited for the season. Really ready for just cancer season and what it brings.
Yes, and honestly, it made me think back to prior to doing this podcast. I was like, damn, we had a lot relative to Cancer. Like towards the end of the year last year, Mars retrograded back into Cancer, and then it didn't leave until I want to say April of this
Mm-hmm.
year. So yes, a lot of like the movement of Cancer, like the back and forth, like the kind of hesitancy moving stuff. We have Jupiter moving into Cancer as well as Mercury. So Mercury moves into Cancer, then Jupiter moves into Cancer, and Jupiter, the planet of faith, expansion. Ideally, like you think of Zeus had all these kids, it's where you can start things, but you probably won't see them grow into fruition. It's exalted in Cancer. With it, the fact of it being a Cancer season episode, and something about Cancers is the fact of storytelling. So, getting to the fact of storytelling, I'm going to talk about how we met, which was ideally with the fact of planning to go to DreamCon for work. Like, we were able to go to DreamCon, we were able to table, do stuff, as well as like have a good ass time and meet people and go to events. So, yeah, wasn't that during? It was like during
It
camp.
was during July. It was in
Like,
July still. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
okay.
was like at the end of cancer season on the cusp of like Leo. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So definitely having like that preparation going into it and then like seeing that take place. But what I didn't know is that you
Hmm.
had a Cancer moon. I didn't know that. So I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, that's why I'm like we vibe like that because it's like when you have the moon sign of somebody's sun sign, y'all are like this. So
Correct.
okay, bet. I want to hear from you. Like when it comes to Cancer season, what do you think of? Like, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Definitely like my emotions flowing and me being as soft as I can. I think that a lot of times I'm trying to present that I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a pussy, like I'm not a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what people associate us with and we're not, okay? But yeah, like during cancer season though, I'm definitely flowing more. Like it just is what it is. Like I can't stop the tears. I'm crying at the moon, the grass. I'm just happy to be alive and in the space. So yeah, I can tell you that like as far as my creativity during cancer season is pretty low because I'm in the space where I'm just feeling and I just want to like rest and just be pampered. But yeah, that's what I think about for sure.
Okay. That inward reflection taking place, just like checking in on how you're feeling and like having that healing, like you said, healing, nurturing, like trying to repair those things that kind of got out of whack throughout the duration of some other seasons that have taken place, as well as security. That is something that comes into mind too. Just like thinking about, hey, where am I at this point in time and how do I feel? And I feel like with us as the jobs that we work in, it's like, hey, security has been questionable as fuck for the past couple months. So yeah, I feel like I want to say that with Jupiter moving into Cancer, there'll be some benefit with that, but we'll just have to see on that end. Um, like the cliche, like you talking about pussies, like not wanting people
Yeah.
to be like a bitch or something. So that is
Mhm.
like a cliche that I wanted to get to. It's like, hey, something like they say they cry all the time and wanted to get your take on it because yeah, like as somebody has a Cancer moon, I think of it like this. It's the
Mhm.
fact that Cancer, like you have to think of like cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, Libra. They initiate. So yes, we cry,
Yeah.
but it's not for the fucking long ass time. Like my thing is just like when it comes to emotions, when I'm sad, yes, you catch me in the moment I'm sad, but don't bring that shit back to me like a couple weeks later, like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Yes, I had my moment, go about my business. Now Taurus moons, I
Process
would
it.
say that's an whole other different fucking story. Like Taurus is a fixed sign. Granted, they are grounded, yes.
Yeah.
But if they
But
are in an emotion, it's going to
mhm.
stay that way. Like I'm gonna cry, feel down, like felt down, like I want to say past couple hours feeling down. I started playing
Mhm.
Marvel Rivals and get into that shit. But wanted to get your take on, especially having Cancer Sun as well as the Cancer Moon together when it comes to that.
Yeah, no, I like that you said that, like that we process quickly and we do come up out of it, because that is the key. Like, I like that I don't hold in my tears. Like, it's just flowing. It is what it is. It's how I feel. But I processed it. I'm moving on, and yeah, I'm figuring out what else to initiate, what else to create. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely, I don't know. I feel like when people have asked me my signs and I've been like, yeah, you know, I'm a Cancer. It's either like, or like, oh, I love Cancers. It's really like one or the other. It's never like y'all are in between. Like, to me, it's always been like, I don't really fuck with y'all because y'all are always crying, and you know, you're always feeling and things. I feel throughout the year when you know, the planets are in different sections and different areas, I don't really have moments to cry. I don't really have moments to flow. So yeah, definitely Cancer season I'm flowing more. But yeah, I'll cry sometimes if communication's off, if something's just weird to me, not feeling good, I'll let it out. But sometimes I mask it with anger too. So I'm also like working through what that looks like for me too. I don't mind confrontation. I'm not a confrontational person. I've not known too many Cancers to be confrontational. But if we get taken there, you know what I'm saying? Like, we handle it. And that's it.
Like, it makes me think about the question, what's the line between protecting your peace and avoiding confrontation? So that's one that's just like, hey, what do you think?
No, I think, but in the past, I definitely avoided confrontation 100%, because I was always thinking about how the other person was going to feel if I said the wrong thing. But now, as far as like protecting my peace, before I remove myself from a situation, I'm definitely going to explain why I'm removing myself from a situation and give that person grace in that explanation too. Like, hey, whatever you going through is what you going through. I wish you all the best in that. I'm protecting me. So I'm going to take a step back. I got to focus on what I need to focus on, and that's it. But it definitely took me a long time to grow into it. I say I didn't really get that feeling like I could really stand on my own for real until like 25, 26, and like I'm 30 now. But yeah, it just took a while. Like, I just wasn't prepared for people's not rejection, but like wrath, if that came. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how I'm finna react. Like, am I gonna get mad and like try to, you know, match that energy, or am I going to be really sad, take it to heart, and now I got to go sit down and cry for my hour, and then, you know, cut that person off and be like, it just is what it is. So, yeah, I think I've definitely considered, and I don't think it's a bad thing to consider other people's emotions. I just think I put theirs above mine at times when it came to addressing confrontation, and so that's why I just ghosted and just disappeared. But it's definitely important to just, I think that's the difference. Like, you had that conversation before you take your piece, and then you take your piece. Yeah, it's hard though.
It is, and I definitely say that, like, having the Cancer Moon, but it's squared Venus and Jupiter in my 11th house of friends and networking community. So it's just like a lot of times, and I'll say shit up until like 30, 31 when it came to communicating. Like, me being so aware or so cognizant of how somebody will take something to kind of diluting my voice, my tone within the delivery or what was needed to be said, because I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to make them feel a way towards me, and make, like, that is the thing with, I think, like Libra and Cancer, wanting to be appreciated, wanting to be seen, wanting to be in good favor with somebody. So
that's the one.
Being out of good favor because of something that you stated, that can affect that heavily. And I think that, like, I see that with your chart, like looking at your Libra rising, so wanting to have peace, or I see Libra risings, how they go about navigating the world is wanting to have peace, harmony, being that mediator, wanting to have beauty established. But also you have Mercury at 29 degrees of Gemini, so it's like an urgency when it comes to communicating, active listening. And then having your Sun and Moon in Cancer is like, hey, you have these feelings, but there's also, like, you want to make sure that you are, I want to say what I perceive. I don't want to put things on you. Just saying, like, you want to have the middle ground. You want to have balance within communication, but not being afraid to say, like, hey, this is facts. Like, this is this. Like, don't get it twisted. So wanted to get your take on that when it comes to, like, having your Libra rising. And then with Libra rising Venus is your ruler, your chart ruler, and that is in Leo. And your 10th house, not 10th house, girl, your 11th house of friends, network, community, what helps your career. So how, I feel like I done went from a question to a statement to a question. What is
It's
it?
so flowing though.
Like, wanted to get your take on it because I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I was gonna say what you were saying about the Libra and the balancing and the mediator. I'm a middle child, so that's another thing too. You see what I'm saying? Like it all really do align for real. So I do see where that comes in because I've had to do that my whole life. I do find myself often in spaces where it's like, okay, like how can we just resolve this instead of like letting all the negativity or whatever feeling that's festering just fester and take up all the space. So I do recognize that, and I'm really trying to figure out as far as like my network of people if I have any Libras in the space. And ooh, I have to really get into my Rolodex because I don't know. I would really have to know. I really want to know now. That's interesting. But yeah. Yeah. I definitely see it with the Libra. You said the other one was Leo, right? Let me look at my chart. Girl, I ain't even looked at it. Let me look at it again.
So I guess like that goes into the question with Venus being your chart ruler and the 11th house is in Leo, like I was saying. And it makes it peeps. I get the peep that you shine when you're around your folks, like you around your community. So with that, do you feel like creativity or beauty plays a role in how you show up for community or how you go about building relationships with folks?
Definitely creativity. I don't know so much on beauty. Definitely creativity though. Like I'm gonna always come with like fresh ideas, or I want to uplift something that somebody else said in the moment, so that we can get things done. To me, it just is leadership. Like I think you can't be creative or you can't lead if you're not ready to listen to folks and just uplift what you have and what else they have. The beauty thing is interesting to me because growing up, I wasn't really called pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't the cute one. And that's cool. Like I was fine with that. Once I hit college, that's when it was like, no, but you're actually cute. And I was like, really? Like it was a surprise to me. But yeah, like I think now, and this is so interesting that you bring in this, bro. I swear to God. Now in my big age of 30, like I'm understanding now the need to present in a certain way and show up in a certain way to get respect from folks, and so that folks can see me in a different light. But yeah, it took me a minute to get there because I just was like, I don't understand. Why do I have to put in so much effort? Like, I'm fine with who I am and the way I look. I'm okay with that. But why do I have to put in so much effort? I say it's funny that you said this to me because I had a mentor recently. One of her things with me, she was like, Michaela, you know, the way you show up, like, you know, like you're wearing sweats or you're wearing a t-shirt or like, you know, you're chilling, like, you know, you might want to dress up. I know you've been working from home, but you know, you might want to dress up sometimes and, you know, just come out. And I'm like, well, if we're getting tea or we're getting coffee or something, like, I don't understand the need on me to, you know, put it on. Like, we're just having a conversation for real. I like being comfortable most of the time. So but for her, you know, she likes getting dressed. It's a clean bob every time. You know what I'm saying? The nails are done. Everything's always done. And so I can appreciate it and definitely be inspired by it, but I just don't know how that sits with me because I'm comfortable in the skin that I'm in. I like to smell good, you know what I mean? But I'm just not finna beat my face when I walk out.
And I think that comes into the fact of like having Cancer in your 10th house and having your Leo Venus is the fact that, hey, Leo is with authenticity. Like the axis of Aquarius and Leo is genuine authenticity, but quality. Like Capricorn, okay, your axis Cancer and Capricorn. Capricorn is definitely with quality and stability. Then you put that on the opposite end with Cancer. It's just like, hey, comfort, security. Oh, with that, it's like you want to, how you go about approaching life, you want to be comfortable. And that is like the external as well as the internal. But you're going to have a sense of harmony and balance for you. It may not be projected for somebody else. So that's how that can go out to be like important aspect is like you being yourself, being comfortable. I think of it like with my sister. She is a Gemini rising, but she has Pisces in the 10th house. but she also has Neptune on top of her MC, like literally smack dab on it, bitch. So she is like she models clothes, but the clothes that I see her model are very baggy, very sweatshirts, very comfortable type of shit. So yeah, like go out and present your, like she'll dress up and look cute, like wear some preppy stuff every so often, but that's her style. Like that's comfortable. So it's like you making it your own. And even when it comes into business style, I know they saw like on TikTok those like casual slacks, like they're like those big flowy pants. So it's just like you gotta make it worth your while. Like no lie for me, I'm not a person to go back to business casual. When I tell you going to work, I really do not. Like I did that in college. Like we had that. What was the era? Going to fucking clubs and in business suits. Like what the fuck were we doing? So yeah, I'm cool on that. Like my presentation, it makes me think about like one time I liked Old Girl from a Different World, like Cree Summers' character, like that. Like I've liked her character, like Freddie, like the whole lax vibe. I really like that. So it's like okay, as I've gotten older, cool. Yeah, I see like this transition, and of course, like cancer. Like it's associated with memories and having all of these pictures and videos and stuff. And I'm like, I see things from like years ago. I'm like, wow, okay, had straight hair, had curly hair, had natural hair, like different color hair, and then now it's just like, okay, cool. Like that's crazy. That's wild. Like we doing different shit. But it makes me go back to it. It makes like uplifting. You talked about like uplifting and having Venus in your 11th house of friends and networking group. When I tell you, it makes me think back to DreamCon and doing that karaoke thing. When I tell you, I was so nervous as shit. Like I was fucking sweating. Like
no,
I
but you
felt,
had that one though. You
bro,
ate that.
okay, so the background of the story, y'all, is that we were at DreamCon last year, and then they had this open room just doing karaoke. So I signed up to do it, and I was gonna do Redbone at first, but I decided to do Waka Flocka. Oh, let's do it. And if you saw me at DreamCon this year, that's why I was like, oh, let's do it by Waka Flocka and Duffel Bag Boy by Play a Circle and Lil Wayne. Those are my karaoke ones. Like those are my go-to. So I like you was like, yeah, you can do it, you can do it. I was like, oh, I don't know about this. And then I get up there and the fucking words they didn't come up. Like so it's just off rip, like rapping that shit. I think I did the like the half of the second verse, the chorus, and then that was it. But when I tell you, I was fucking nervous. But in the recording of this video, you can hear her like cheering me on throughout the whole song, and I'm just like, thank you so much. Cause people like, what was it? Somebody had said something as I was getting off. Like the words, he's like, no need for lyrics, huh? And I took like, it fits.
Exactly.
Bitch, what the fuck you talking about? Like, and my initial thing was just like, oh, so you don't like, you thinking like, okay, but I guess he meant in reflection, like, oh, you did good. You didn't need the fucking lyrics. Like,
you need the words, bro.
Okay, so
you didn't. You
all
ate
right.
that.
Cool. So yeah, that was fun as shit, but also nervous.
Such a vibe.
But it shows your Venus in the 11th house in real time, and as well as like your moon and your sun in your 10th house. Just like how you project yourself. It's like wanting to provide that sense of nurturing and comfort towards people. But since we're on like it's a very thin transition, but we're gonna work with it, is going back to the anime aspect. So with us in anime and just thinking about Cancer season, what is an anime character or characters that come to mind when you think about Cancer? And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna knock out Tanjiro from Demon Slayer because he is a Cancer and he gives like the ideal Cancer, like nurture.
That's what I was gonna
like,
say.
You attack my family, I'm coming after your ass, bro.
Okay. Okay, so if we not doing Tanjiro, I'ma slick do Gon from Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
Gon to me is so happy and cheer. There is no way you're killing his vibe. But when Kite got fucked up, Gon was like, bitch, I don't care. Give me all the powers. I'm killing somebody. I need to take a life. You know what I mean? Like he went way dark. Like the wave just hit. I would definitely say Gon.
I would say like, what is it? When you think about it, like, would you say that a Cancer would, like, in the sense of defending someone, like a loved one, they end up damaging themselves?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what goes back to what I was saying earlier too, about putting somebody's emotions ahead of mine before going into a confrontation, instead of like really focusing on what I gotta say and making sure that it's delivered differently. Like I definitely think we would do it. I've done it a few times trying to protect somebody. You know what I mean? Just like, no, you're not gonna talk about my friend that way. You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do that. And I end up saying something because I will say too, Cancer's mouths are very lethal, very lethal, very lethal. Like we say anything, like we really finna pull from it because you took us there, so now we're there. And then in the end, you know, we're crying and we're sad that we even had to go that far. Like, why did they have to go that far? Why am I even there? And then you process it and then you eat chocolate. But that's, yeah, I definitely can see that. I definitely saw that in Gone. I mean, he was down after that. Like, he took that person's, you know, life and then was in the hospital. He used up all his energy doing that because he was so protective over a friend who had did so much for him. That friend poured into him. He wouldn't have got where he was without Kite. So I would definitely say Gone if I'm not putting Tanjiro on the list. For sure.
You put Tanjiro on the list. I'm just saying, like, Tanjiro gives, like, the epitome in real time. You can see, like, it ain't if, no, ands, questions, buts. Like, man got his family taken away from him. He holding on to his sister and not holding on, but wanted to make sure that she's okay, trying to get her back to being a human and going after this nigga look like Michael Jackson. So, yeah.
Going after MJ in the afterlife is crazy. Leave that man alone.
So they're just like, yeah, I would say it's Gone, Tanjiro. Who else? Who else would be that?
Gotta go through my Rolodex again.
I think I did. Did I put Tanjiro? Because I had like made a flat. I was gonna do like content where it's like, oh, talking about different anime characters, but I put it into here. But I think no, I had him. I had him as the character for Cancer because I'm just like, yeah, that's the epitome. But it's like, I can't think of another character. So I think it would be
Just
those.
gonna watch it come to us like later on. Like, oh, how do we not think of that person?
Right.
Yeah,
Let me see. I'm gonna pull up on.
because it's finna still roll through my head. I'm telling you. Ooh.
Characters.
No, he's too quiet. I was gonna say, no.
You know who we didn't think of?
Who?
Sailor Moon.
Oh,
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly. Like Serena, Crybaby. Like, yeah, we.
100%. 100%. Yeah, definitely Cancer down. Ooh. Yeah. I can't believe we didn't think of her. I genuinely can't believe we didn't think of her. But yeah.
And then I see on this list they have, what is it? They have Toru Honda from Fruits Basket. And
Who?
Toru Honda. Did you ever watch Fruits Basket?
I didn't watch Fruits Basket.
Bro, you gotta watch Fruits Basket. It's so good.
Okay.
Like they have like the earlier, I want to say the early 2000s version, and they did one recently where they like went through and did a whole to line it up with the manga. So they go to the ending of it, which is dope, which is so cool.
Is it Crunchyroll or Netflix?
It's on Crunchyroll. I think they got it on Netflix too, but definitely check that one out. Also, I finished watching that one that you told me about last year about the dragons. Like that shit was hard as fuck. Like,
wasn't it crazy?
That was good. I was not expecting that. Like, I don't know what the title of it is. I hate to just like bring up an anime.
I think it's Dragon Rama or something like that.
Let me see. Like I got my Crunchyroll on my phone. But yeah, that one was good. And no, like it's that. And then okay, getting on, they also have on this list Kikyo. Like, what do you think about Kikyo from Inuyasha?
As a Cancer, kind of see it. I wouldn't have said that name. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't have said that name. I can kind of see it though. I can kind of see it. Yeah, I feel like I guess I didn't get the sense of like flowing with the feelings too much. You know what I mean? Like a little bit, but not too much.
She was cold as hell.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I wasn't feeling like,
Because I'm just like, that's your descendant. And you trying to throw hands with your descendant about a man that was stuck to a tree. Granted, Inuyasha is like the most toxic, crazy ass. It was one of our early first animes that we got over here in the States. But yeah, like that's a whole toxic ass thing.
Very toxic. Again, and I also feel like a Cancer wouldn't even do that shit. It'd be just be like, all right, bitch, like cool. Like, bet, like, do you need help getting this thing? Like, this is what I did to get him. Like, what do you need? You know what I mean? Like, she just wasn't flowing enough for me. I didn't see enough of the tears. I guess I could see, like, maybe the frustration wanting to fight for somebody that you love, like we was just talking about. But other than that, like, girl, no,
No, I don't see.
not a girl's girl.
Don't see it at all. So I'm just like,
Not a girl's girl. I would not put her on there.
so I'm just like, let's see. They have other anime characters on this thing, but I haven't. Let's see. They got a list of folks I really don't even know about that for real, for real.
Because I'm like, they need to be fun also. Like, I'm genuinely thinking about who's fun, but also, like, they have their dark moment and then they come out. Like, they're like, we're good.
They also got Ichigo on here. Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach.
I'm not upset. I could definitely see that 100%. 100%. Ichigo's about his people. You know what I'm saying? He moving about them. You know, he had to go through that journey. He had to learn. Like, I get it. I feel like he flow a little bit too. Like, I definitely saw him flow. So, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on? Do you agree with that? What's your thoughts?
I'm just thinking about just like the whole series and just like how he has various different takes where it's like, okay, became a Soul Reaper. Spoilers if you hadn't watched it, he finds out like his mom was one of the top class Quincy's.
Yep.
Also having the Espada aspect with him, and then what he thought was his Bankai was the nigga who was over all of the Quincy's, just having a fragment inside of him. Like, yeah, he's had to navigate a lot, like these starts, various different starts amongst things, and just like have these challenges come into play. So I can see Ichigo definitely being like that cancer aspect too. Plus also just like he's soft. Like I think of like the first, I don't know why, but just like that first episode of the title, like Death in the Strawberry. I just just like, I don't know, I feel like that just works with cancer. Why, off the top of my head, could not tell you.
Death of the Strawberry. No, now you got me thinking like as far as farming goes, because strawberry season is over by the time cancer season shows up. What's that?
First,
the manga?
Like the first, they have the first one is called Strawberry and the Soul Reapers. That's what it's called. But the title,
period.
I think the title of no, it's not. It's called Death and Strawberry.
Death and Strawberry. You got it.
Look at me. So, yeah, like I like Bleach. We really fuck with Bleach. I'm happy we can talk about anime because you can take a lot from anime. My mind is going every which way, but it makes me think of, so there's this, the astrology podcast on YouTube, and they had a cancer episode, and something that I think of, because cancers, we have great memory, like the aspect of like, retaining and keeping with that. And it's something that was said by somebody who's like, people and things are always changing. Your memory has to take into account that nothing remains perfect as your memory held it to be. And that is definitely something in itself, because I see all the time, like I'll remember something to the T, like, but keyword I have to keep in mind now as an adult, like my perspective of what something was, and like I'll share it with somebody who's like, what are you talking about? Like that didn't happen. I'm just like, yes, the fuck it did. Like,
yeah.
Yes, it did. Like, this happened at this way. And people just like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, yes, it did happen that way. And it makes me think of, like, the reflectiveness of cancer. But also having multiple Scorpio placements. It's like, I've been talking to people, like some people like, yeah, like talking with Nia, my friend, she was at DreamCon too. She's like, I wasn't taking pictures, like I was just taking it all in. But you saw, like, if you watched my story recently, like I had like dropped like various different videos, just like randomness all throughout DreamCon. And for me, like I find myself, and I'll tell people in conversation, like I'm a very reflective person. So you can be talking to me now and I will take in, but it's like my mind, like I'm up here, like people are like, oh, you gotta get out your mind. Like, baby, I got 4 placements in the 12th house. That's subconscious matters. Like, I'm up here. So I'm here, I'm out, I'm in. So it's like, okay, I'll be reflecting on what the fuck has been said. And then it comes to videos, like I go back and reflect on, it's like a lot of the moments, like I'm there, but then I can also take in and experience that moment simultaneously, like 2 or 3 days later. Like when I went to Beyonce concert, Kendrick Lamar concert, and DreamCon, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm having a good time, this is fun, but I'm looking back at these videos like, yo, this shit was fucking amazing. Like,
yes, it was a blast.
Like the hype then, like not then I did when I was there, but it's just like being able to have it in its fullness. I don't know, I think that's maybe like my introvert, like that combination between the two. Like, how is it when it comes to having your cancer placements? Just like that cancer has a shell, but it's in the 10th house. Like that is the house that everybody see. Like if you wanted to hide, baby, sorry. Like how is that for you when it comes to your emotions and just like you and yourself and wanting to have that wanting protection at some time?
Yeah, no, that is, you said a whole word. I swear, like I was everything, the reflecting, all of that. As far as like me being private and trying to navigate being an introvert as well as somebody who forces themselves to be extroverted sometimes in order to accomplish things, I definitely find it hard sometimes. I do, because I have built a really dope community, but I have been able to tell folks like, hey, I'm going to disappear for like 2 weeks. I really find time to isolate myself, whether it's like I'm off my phone for 2 weeks, camping somewhere for a week where I don't have service. Like I intentionally try to make those moments for myself because I would go crazy otherwise. Somebody recently told me that cancers sometimes can mask their feelings very well, and I'm like, interesting. I don't know if they were telling me that to say that I do that sometimes, but I do find myself in moments where my social battery has died, where I'm like pushing myself to still enjoy the situation, but actually I just gotta go. And so sometimes it looks like me scattering and be like, oh, I just need to be home, you know what I mean? Or I just speak up and say, hey, I gotta go, like I'm not feeling this, depending on the people who I'm with, what they're, what they give in their energy. So but definitely the reflecting, definitely like remembering everything that I've done, even within that action of me scurrying to get back to my peace or my space. I feel like a little crab running so that I can be like ducked in and just feeling my emotions and dancing around my house. So yeah, that definitely happens. But to your point of the reflecting and like just reviewing things, I maybe like 4 years ago, I found myself really wanting to, wherever I'm at in that moment, just take it all in and try to remember it as best as possible. So like I'm looking at everything, observing every little inch of something, or I'm sitting really quiet just observing it, so that way I can go back to that memory or that photo, right, and just be excited about it. Like you said, like I had a fucking time. So I do find myself sometimes in moments where I'm enjoying myself, I get really quiet, and it's just because I'm taking it in. I'm just like, ooh, like I can't wait to relive this thought, or I can't wait to tell my homegirls about this, like, and give them full details. So yeah, we remember a lot. We re-experience things when we remember things, so that's nice. Like I get the whole feeling again. Like I feel the ocean breeze on me. Like I'm feeling the sand in my toes. That's how exciting it is. But yeah, it is hard. It's definitely hard to like find that moment and that time for myself and make sure that when I am doing that, I'm not offending other people. Like I'm just getting quiet and just taking everything in. That's it. Yeah.
Like I feel like I've spent so much trying to like not bend over backwards for people, but do for them. And I think that's like really at this point in time just seeing like, hey, the reflection, like, all right, what is it that you need? Okay, what is it that you need from other people? Are you getting that from other people? How are you feeling with what you are receiving now? And I'm just like, okay, I guess one thing is like, for me to be happy, I'm sorry if it offends somebody at this point in time. Like that's the biggest thing. It's just like, if my joy offends you, I'm so sorry. I guess you just ain't meant to be here. Like when it comes to music, now having your sun, moon, and rising, what are some songs that you think of relative to Cancer and Libra?
Okay, Jaden Smith did Young in Love, and so that whole, and he's a Cancer too. His flow is, it's sunshines, it's spring, I'm young in love, I'm at the beach, I'm happy. So definitely that one. A lot of Corrine Bailey Ray, her music, Paris Nights, New York Mornings, Something Happens to You. She can go from like being very like frilly and soft until like, we dark, until it happens to you. Okay, now you gotta feel what I'm feeling. So definitely that. Libra, the mediator, come together right now over me. Who is this? Is that the Beatles? No.
Beatles did a cup like Tina Turner. Like I think of
Yes.
the version like
Yes.
Tina and Ike Turner.
Tina. Yes, that's the version. Yes. Come together over me. Libra. Right there. Come together, y'all. Like, let's stop all of this shit. That is definitely, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Young in Love, Corrine Bailey Ray, Paris Nights, New York Mornings, and then we're going into Libra would come together. For sure. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts, like when it comes to Cancer, the person I would, you know, this individual, He is a Scorpio sun and a Cancer moon, and he's a Leo rising. Talking about Drake, like I like October's very own, like
Okay.
So Far Gone Drake.
That one was fabulous.
Like November 17th, Bria's interlude Drake. Man, when I tell you, like I remember being in 10th grade chemistry class, listening to Brand New, being in my fucking feels as a teenager, crying, like boo-hoo crying, cause it's just like, nigga, what am I doing something new? Why you changing up on me? Like, just crying. So yes, they can put you in your feels. I don't know.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna discuss what has been transpiring recently. We're gonna lean into the nostalgia that
Yes,
Cancer
definitely
had.
lean into nostalgia. Throwback Drake only.
Yeah,
Period.
it's like yes, that was a whole vibe. Like, what is it? Used to listen to Shut It Down so fucking much. Like, Find Your Love. Like,
Find Your Love was on repeat.
bro.
That one had me brain. That one was sick, baby. That one had me brain dead. I was listening too much.
And even whatchamacallit, fucking Marvin's Room, like look,
Yeah.
bro, like I'm just saying, bro, you can do better. You can do better.
He had the girl swooning. I agree with you on that. I definitely was a Drake fan, like heavy, like going to concerts up until like I think 22.
I think like what was it? Well, did I go to another Drake? I think so. For my high school graduation, I went to Club Paradise in Memphis to go see him, J. Cole and them out there. So I saw that. But yeah, I don't think I've seen another Drake concert after that, no lie.
He did I'm trying to figure out the one in Atlanta that I went to. What album was that? It was not One Dance, it was the one before that. Not Views. What was the one right before Views?
No, Thank Me.
Huh?
No. I know it's the one with the head as the picture.
The Cloud. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's too late or something like that. If you're reading this.
No, that's a mixtape.
Is it that one?
That's the mixtape.
No, that's not.
But it has Jungle on it though. That song.
Jungle is another one.
That man know how to do it, bro. He know how to do it.
What?
Like he got.
No, I gotta.
From that song, it made me like get on to what is it? The sound in the background. Gabriel. He's a good ass artist too to check out. From Gabriel Louise.
Nothing Was the Same was the album. Sorry.
Okay. It. There it is. Let me see. What is this man's name? But he used Gabriel Garzon Montano's sound. It's called. I have to figure out what the song is, but it's called 6'8". So check out that song. Because after listening to that, like listening to Jungle and then going to listen to 6'8", like I had that bitch on repeat. So
period.
That is definitely that. So yeah, Drake is that. Drake is that the. And then we lean into the other side of this feud that has been taking place, or as I would say, has come to its conclusion. We're not going to go into the bartering of lawsuits and stuff, but Kendrick Lamar and his cancer placements, like we see them in real time. Like it's like, nigga, you talk about my family, I'm coming after your ass. Like
no, he ate him down.
Like. Got on his ass. We aren't going
100%.
to say that he did not, because he did. I went to LA for the concert. Everybody said A minor in that bitch, okay? So, yeah, no. Shout out to the DJs who continue to play and mix. When I tell you, okay, side note, I thought I'd never hear fucking Poetic Justice ever again. Like, live.
Right.
Like, for one, he did it. He did Poetic Justice, but as soon as it got to Drake's part, that bitch cut off. Like he went to like, it was like the way he was walking, like, had it set up. He was walking and he has like girls trail behind him, and then like he walked like to the stage, like down into the stage. Like by the time it got to Drake's part, so I'm just like, okay, I'm like, yeah, we'll never hear this song together on anybody's stage.
He's never gonna play it to fruition.
It was nice to have it come to the surface, but yeah, in real time, that man does not play.
I feel like also like you was mentioning earlier with the memory, like Kendrick definitely was playing. He was like, no, bitch, every time you mentioned my name, like I was listening to your music. So every time you thought you was going to sub at me, I'm going to bring that shit up because you were talking about me. Like, you know what I mean?
I ain't gonna hold you. Every time I listen to some Kendrick verses, now I'm like, damn, is he talking about Drake? Like, not even talking about like All the Stars with SZA. There's various other songs too. I'm like, damn, is he talking about Drake? Shit, okay. Well,
I think they was going at each other.
Yeah, I feel like it's been like that for a minute. Like he said, he liked Drake with the melodies, not Drake that acts up. I was like, okay. But let's see. Another, when it comes to Cancer, emotions, feels like, what is it? Not, it ain't gonna always be slow. It's not always gonna be sad. Like,
No, like if I'm thinking fun, ooh, who do I have on my fun playlist? Be like, I can go bonkers. I can go like Uzi Vert, but then also go like Gunna. Gunna is the one for me. I don't know what he does when he's talking, but Gunna also plays very well with like upbeat melodies and like down melodies too. Like he doesn't mind going down either. But his upbeats just be like it's either lit or it's smooth. Like it's a smooth upbeat. Like you just gotta like bounce your shoulders a little bit. But yeah, those would be the two. If I'm like, Uzi's gonna have me through the roof. Lil Uzi Vert's gonna have me like, I'm in the stars. It's too much. Yeah.
it made me think about another rapper that's known to be a Cancer, 50 Cent. Like,
Ugh,
what is?
damn it.
Oh,
Do we have to claim him?
yeah, you do. You do. Like, what was it? I saw a thing on TikTok where they talked about like Cancer sons, and they had that clip from Power where he's like, "Yes, he's a snitch." Like, yeah, nigga did it. Another Cancer that came to mind is not relative to music, but probably relative to music in some way, shape, or form. Is Amanda Seales. Like, that is another thing of Cancer too. What do you think?
You would have not told me she was a Cancer. That is so interesting. You know, I think Amanda Seales, I liked her podcast. I liked some of the points that she had. That's so interesting to me. I feel like her falling out with Issa, like that was kind of weird. And then like I've seen little clips of like her in Community, and like some folks ain't really fucking with her. So she's an interesting case for me. Like I would have not known she. I wonder if she's a June Cancer or a July Cancer. I would like to know that.
I wonder if it's like other placements that go into that too. Like,
for sure.
Who knows?
For sure.
Because it might be like leaning more towards like Leo placements potentially, or who knows? I'm not sure. I don't know. But I just thought about like just when talking about cancers, like that made me think of, I've heard her talk about 50 Cent on her podcast. I'm like, oh yeah, Amanda Seales. That's what made me think about it. And then when you said Issa, it's like Issa's a Capricorn, so it's just like, okay, those two different spectrums taking place too. But don't know, I really don't know their placements. I don't know their chart like that, so I just know it's like, okay, I like that sense of idea, soul resonance with their sun placements probably wasn't there with that.
But it could look different. Yeah,
just like,
it could definitely look different.
I guess we'll talk about that too. That axis of Cancer and Capricorn. Do you know a lot of Capricorns?
I do. Surprisingly, yes. And every Capricorn who I've met, like, we are cool. It just works. I don't even know how to explain it. It just works. Like, they are very much so, this is who I am. This is what I need. If we go to the club, I'm not finna dance. Like, I'm finna stand around and look at you. I'm sorry. Like, I'll get drunk with you. Give me a moment. But I'm gonna judge at first. And then I'm gonna do it. Which I still appreciate. I love it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Every Capricorn I met, though, like, locked in hard. Like, it's crazy. Yeah.
I think, like, what is it? That it's, I feel it's the axis of tradition. Like, Capricorn deals with tradition, and Cancer has that sense of memory. So it's like all on this, like, oh yeah, we remember this. We're going to act and follow the suit in such and such case. So it's like having that sense of structure, foundation, stability. And I think of that because, like, I have, like, my mom, she's a Capricorn moon. She got multiple placements in Capricorn. My sister's a Capricorn moon. And it's something to see, like, growing up when it came to emotions, I didn't cry a lot. Like, because I didn't see my mom cry a lot. It's like, okay, if I saw her cry, I'm like, oh, something must be wrong. Like, something seriously has to be wrong. And now, like, when it comes to emotions, I let myself cry. And it's something interesting to see because my mom, she's a Aquarius sun, Capricorn moon, Gemini rising. So it's like air, earth, air. And I remember having a conversation with her, and she's like, I did not know you were emotional. And I was like, yeah, girl, I am.
Yeah.
That I am. It's
Just
like,
rolled it back.
and it's just like now, like I used to not cry. Used to
Mm-hmm.
be like worried, like, oh, people see it as a weakness. But now it's like, shit. Even after DreamCon, I was at the fucking airport. I'm like, damn, this shit is over. Like, I'm not in the presence of people who see me, who I get them, they get me, having this good ass time. Like, I know we can still connect in some way. We can be online, PlayStation, Facebook, Instagram. I don't really be on Facebook like that, but Instagram, like TikTok and shit. But it's just like, there's something about that physical engagement with people who see you. Like,
Yeah.
that is the biggest thing. So yeah, like, I was crying. Like, I didn't give a fuck who. I didn't go to the bathroom, just wiping tears on my shirt and everything. And I'm just like, yeah, that is something that's truly, truly big. And just like, don't be afraid to cry. And I'm saying, going into like cancer season, for this season, don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to express your feelings. And I guess that goes back into like the Capricorn video that I made with Nia. It's just like, yeah, like I heard Capricorn, like some Capricorn places, like, yeah, Cancers they cry and stuff. I'm like, but Capricorns, I feel like some of them obligate time to cry. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, there's this feeling, there's this emotion, but I'm going to put it off till later, till the point
Mm-hmm.
where I have other emotions and I can just cry. And it's just like, that just builds up on you, and it's like, it makes you sick, it makes you sad, and it's like, it doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. Like, perfect example, me, and I understand that Scorpio is associated with the sign, like associated with death. The axis of Taurus and Scorpio is death and rebirth, but understanding that life, it comes to its end. It's just like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, you have the point in time when you have people in your family that are passing away, or understanding they're getting prepared to pass away. It's just like, you put on it's sad, it's scary. It's like, hey, memories. I remember it was a TikTok where somebody asked the artist to draw like how it is when death comes for a person. And
Mm-hmm.
what it was, like, they had so many cinematic reels. Like, it's like death was grabbing the person, but the
Mm.
reels, like the movie reels and stuff, like they were still like flowing, but like pulled away from the person that they were leaving. And it's like, damn,
Mm.
that's kind of like that. Like, memories, it's like, it's not like they get wiped, but it's like they kind of stop playing. Like,
They stopped playing. Ooh, that's deep.
and it's just like, that shit's scary. It's just like, you have these memories with people, and it's just like, it cried, sad, super sad, cried. Like, I know that my nose has been bothering me, but my throat was itchy. But it got to the point where it helped my nose, like helped my throat out, where it's just like, I'm
Because
not,
you just had to release it. It had
yeah.
to flow.
It was just, it still makes me sad when I truly deeply think about it, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, we continue to move forward, we continue to grow, but it's not like me not acknowledging those feelings,
Yeah.
me not like acknowledging those feelings, but I took the time to express those feelings or feel them. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to say, as an adult getting older, it's like, okay, hey Mina, you are sick. Your body's not well right now. You feeling down about a situation that has not taken place is not going to help you right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, you feel this. Understand that you did take something away from it. But moving forward, we have to get better in the current moment. So, and that's
Mm-hmm.
like, when it comes to that cancer aspect of like getting stuck in feelings or getting stuck in memories. And it's like, you can't do that because it's not going to help you. It ain't going to help nobody else. Move forward. Like, I don't like being stagnant. Like, we have to continue to keep growing and keep moving, because nothing's going to come from stagnancy. Like, transformation continuously all the time. Like, that's why I ended up getting this tattoo, like 555, because it's like, for one,
Mm.
I always see, for me, being in a situation is transformative, but
Mm-hmm.
it takes a lot to go through it. It's like, you have emotions, you have stuff that comes up to the surface, and I think that's what, like, even with the podcast with Kiana, she was like, some people are afraid to navigate their emotions. People aren't, they can't tolerate them, they can't deal with them. And
Mm-hmm.
people who have cancer placements, we take the time to deal with them. Or if we don't take the time to deal with them, something's going to come up to where you are just like standing there frustrated, tears coming down your face, and be like, are you okay? And it's just like,
Yeah.
I'm not. And it just comes out from that. Yeah, that's like, I really feel like I went off on a tangent randomly, but it's like, when it comes to emotions, giving them the time, and I feel like that's that level of maturity when it comes to cancer. It's like, hey, emotions, you get them, you feel them, but you also know, like, hey, this emotion right now is not beneficial for me in this
Yeah.
immediate moment. Now, later, it can be, but right now, it's not helping me.
Right.
That's something that I see.
Big facts. Yeah, no, I something you said too about like taking that time to process that emotion and feel it. I will say like I still do it now sometimes, but not as much. Before 30, when I was sad, I had to isolate myself. Like I had to sit down, isolate and cry. Now I'm a little bit more open to being around people when I'm crying. I think that came from when I was growing up. If I did cry, it was now you have the entire house sad. You have changed the energy of the entire house. And I heard that up until I got into high school. Like, don't cry because if you cry, you're gonna shake the entire house. And so I didn't want to cry around people after that. Like it was like, oh nah, like, cause I don't want to change your emotion, or I don't want you to feel like you gotta cry with me because I'm feeling this way. Like, this how I'm feeling. I just need to process it. So now more so, I'm a little bit more open to, you know, friends coming over, sitting in silence with me because I can't even hear things, and just letting myself cry around them. I'm open to that comfort. But yeah, like before, it's mostly like, nope, I need to isolate, go into my shell, cry, release. I'm good.
I ain't gonna hold
Yeah.
you. I still feel like that's me low key.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that I've cried. Like, I cried in the airport, but niggas ain't like paying attention to me directly. I think, what was it? I cried. I remember crying in front of my ex at a table, like
Mm-hmm.
in a restaurant, and probably people like, what is he saying? Thinking back on it, but it's just like, yeah, it's something to cry. For one, I cry silently. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I will not say anything when I'm crying. But yesterday it was just like, okay, making noise while crying. But I think I don't cry. I don't cry in front of people. And I've like I don't want people to see it as a weakness. Like
Yeah.
people are like, "Are you okay?" Or like, "You don't
Mm.
have to baby me." Like, yeah, feel like understand like, "Hey, I'm navigating something right now." But don't take it as a weakness. Like, I can be back. Like, it's okay. Like, people cry, people be in their feels. But yeah, if it's like a deep emotion that affects you,
Mm.
yeah, like that's gonna take a minute to get through. But if it's something that's sad, like I remember somebody asked me like, "Hey, when you're down, like how do you want to be helped?" And
Mm.
I was like, "That's something because nobody's asked me that before." And
Yeah.
it made me think of just like, hey, I want to be able to be talked to. Like, don't talk me out of my emotions,
Yeah.
but listen to the story that I'm telling. So, what I'm if I'm not catching something logically and you catch it, you can present it to me, and it's like, okay, we can navigate this accordingly. Because when I, like you said, when I'm in my emotions, that's the driving factor. Like, that bitch has gotten into the fucking seat. My brain is in the passenger seat. Like,
Mm-hmm.
after the fact, like, if my brain had a body and it got at the car, it's like, bitch, what the fuck did you do? Like, that is that. But emotions and the immediate is like, okay, I feel this. And it's like, all right, as an adult, it's like, okay, wait, I'm trying. Like, I feel it. Logic. What is the logic? And it's like trying to, like, hold on to logic while having emotions is hard.
Mm.
It's something interesting to like hear people who have the air placements that is like emotions are scary. I'm just like logic
Yeah.
by itself, that's scary. Cause just like
That's
that.
scary.
What's the feeling? Like what? How are you feeling? Cause you
So strategic, bro, all the time.
that shit is scary. I'm just like how like I know I have thoughts and emotions and like okay thoughts can lead into emotions, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
like thoughts, just thoughts. You ain't got nothing
Nothing else, girl. I'm telling you, no flowing,
like
no flowing. It take the end of the world for it to happen, where they can't do
And
anything.
that's the
Then
thing.
they
I'm
then
not
they let
like
it
getting
out.
down on other signs. Cause like, hey, in different aspects of our lives, we have those characteristics that play out. But it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, some people really like emotions, thoughts, like feelings. It's a question I have. I'm just like, how? How do you navigate that? Like, you don't feel. I can say for myself, like before
Mm-hmm.
last year, it was something before all those planets moved into Taurus, because Taurus is a sensual sign. But I have these water
Mm-hmm.
placements in a Like, yeah, they say it's a water rule sign, but it's the 12th house of subconscious. It's thoughts. It's like things are separated, not disillusioned, but things are up in the air, ideally. So, having all those Taurus placements, opposed mind, is like, hey, be in your fucking body. Feel this. Feel sadness. Feel where it resides in your body. Where does it sit at? Like, what is this feeling? Why is it feeling like that? So, it's just like, it's something for people to like, oh yeah, like I'm like this, got this pain, like it's just a pain, like it's nothing relative to like how I feel. So it's like, no, it's something. Like you, like they say, emotions be trapped in your hips, and people have some tight ass hips, and people do not be stretching their hips.
Girl, no,
Like
no, no.
that.
Don't even think hip stretching is a thing. You ain't lying. It does get trapped in the body. It's like when you get a massage and they find that big knot in your back, that big tense thing, and it's just holding there. I do think that's feelings. I do think that's oppressed just emotions, and they have to work it out.
That shit, like, no lie, when they massage my back and I be on the table, like, I'll start crying, but when I cry, my nose stops up. So, and I breathe through my nose. So, with
I
me
know.
being placed down, like, I be scared, like, look, we gotta stop. I'm so sorry. Like, no, like, I'm so sorry. Like, this scares me. Like, I cannot, I don't, like, that, and, like, in combination, did you watch Orange is the New Black? Did
Yes,
you finish
yeah,
it?
on Netflix. Yeah,
You finished it?
yeah. You didn't finish it?
No. Girl, like when old girl when Pusey like got kneed down to the thing, I
Yeah.
stopped. I was just like, because when I realized, I'm like, help, get off of her, get off of her. Like that shit was
Yeah.
sad. Like I was like, I can't. It's like nothing wrong to what's done, but it's like they did their damn one with that one. Like that in the very last, like not the very last episode of the series, but that season when Pusey went to New York and then she literally walked past the nigga who fucking killed her. I'm just like, ugh, like.
Cringe.
But I was just like, yeah, y'all got me with that one. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, that just like I don't like that pushing on me laying face down, can't breathe through my nose stuff. Like, yeah, no, but
Yeah.
that it definitely is that because I got a massage one time and that just started happening. Just started crying, like tears started to flow, and like one of my friends, she's a massage therapist. She's like, oh, you had an emotional release, and I'm just like, girl. What? She's like, yeah, like you had emotions trapped and you like massaged it out. I'm like, okay, got you, cool. Because I wasn't knowing. I just thought I was sore. I was tired, but it's real. Like it makes me think back to DreamCon. Like I keep on going back to it, but
Yeah.
it's like going out there and walking. I walk. It ain't no damn problem for me to walk, but I would feel like my feet, like they would hurt. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, I've walked extensive periods of time, like in these shoes. They ain't no fucking problem. But it's just like, I think it's just coming from like the feeling, like taking in all of that sensory stuff, and just like, okay, I feel overstimulated. I gotta leave outside to go sit down. And when I went to go change clothes, when I went to go take a shower, like my feet would stop hurting. Like, it was like, okay, relaxing, chill. Like, I think about with the fact that the North Node is in Pisces too, so that's like this intensity, or it's in a sense of intensified like feelings, sensual, like emotions. Like I think about the saying like, "Hey, where are your feet?" Like when you are up in your thoughts in your mind, where are your feet? And yeah, my feet were hurting. Like people like, "Oh, you just walking around." Like no, I feel like it was like something dealing with the emotions around. Because once I got out the shower, like they weren't
You.
hurting. Like it was no problem. So it's just like really being sensitive. That is another thing too about Cancer. Cancer is not sensitive like emotions, but the fact of the moon. The moon is I was reading a book. One of these books is like it is the fact it connects whatever it interacts with to the physical body. So like there are different combinations of stuff. So if somebody has like Moon Venus, definitely can be super sensitive. Like I know somebody who was a Libra rising, not was, ain't dead. Who's a Libra rising who had the Moon and Venus together, or like she had a Cancer Venus. So it's just like, oh, very sensitive. Like Libra is Venus soft, Cancer is sensitive. So it's like super, super sensitive. Like when it came to like different textiles, fabrics, taste, like it can mean that somebody being sensitive. So that was just a thought that came to my mind. Like,
No, definitely. I definitely agree with you on that. Like the energy, just being an empath and feeling other people's energies, or just knowing how something's gonna turn out in a situation before it even get to there. And like sometimes I have to stop myself because I be wanting to tell people like okay, in the past, like I've had friends, I've known that they was finna run with somebody they should not have ran with, not even boyfriend, girlfriend, like a friend. I'm like, hey, she's kinda, I'm getting a sense. This should not go this way. When I have spoken up in the past, I was a jealous friend, I was this and that. A year later, you and the girl ain't cool no more. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I be feeling energies. Like I be knowing off rip if I'm gonna vibe with somebody or if I'm not. It's really like black and white for me, and that's why my therapist told me that too. She was like, decisions, the way you make decisions, the way you do things, you do consider a lot of things, but it's black or white for you. It's very much so like either this or it's not. In some instances, it's balanced, but a lot of times it's this or that for you. And so I definitely recognize when I'm not gonna gel with somebody because I try to be as open as possible. And so I can tell when somebody is just not open to taking in more people, or if they're just not open to joy. Some people just don't be ready for joy in that moment. And so me coming in like, hey, how you doing? Like, what can I do for you? Like, let's sit down, like let's chat, da da da. It's too much. It's like, that's too much. I don't want that. And so I can tell immediately, like, okay, we're not going to gel. And that's okay. You know, I'll stay over here and, you know, you do your thing. But definitely, I'll definitely say the energy is definitely sensitive. Can definitely tell off rip. It's so crazy. So crazy. I just predicted a situation this past weekend and it happened. And it was insane because I just read everybody's energy that was involved. I was like, yeah, this is not gonna go well. You know, not trying to be terrible and not trying to knock people's characteristics, but if you have, you know, some folks are adventurous, some people are more so lofty. They just want to kind of chill. If we doing something, that's not gonna look right. You know what I mean? Like the person that want to chill and the person who is ready to do something. We talking about leader energy over here and lofty energy over here, but they still a leader. They just like to be lofty. Like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. I just want to lay down, and y'all gonna lay down with me or you're not. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think reading people's energies, reading characteristics, being very observant to make sure that I'm understanding everything clearly. Definitely with that. Definitely agree with you on that.
yeah, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like when it comes to like the initial engagements, it's like, what is it? When it comes to talking to people for the first time, I would say this: having sensitive energy. And the fact of when it comes to engaging with people, yes, I am a social person, but it's to an extent. I will say that much because as somebody like me, I like people, I enjoy people, but if like I don't know you, it's hard to initially talk to you. Like, I promise you, I'm like, it's not me trying to be mean. Like, I'm not trying to have a resting bitch face. I'm just like, I don't know who you are. I wondered about that with my sister at one point. I'm like, why you acting like this? This is your uncle. Like, this is our uncle. This is our mother's brother. Like, why are you quiet? But it's like she didn't know him, and I'm like, you know what? I respect that because
That's fair.
Being older, just like really in tune to like that Cancer aspect of just like wanting to engage with people. And my Cancer moon is in the 8th house, so it's like sense of emotional intensity, and people want to crave security, deep connections, value stability, and be cautious about that. But once somebody earns that, yeah, definitely trusting. So that is like
100% agree.
I peeped that and was like, okay, I don't know you. I'm just like, I don't really feel open to like really fuck with you like that. Like, it makes me think of, and it might not even be an assumption. It might be an assumption I have like other people thinking, like my story, like me with various other different people throughout DreamCon. Like, damn, she was everywhere, wasn't she? It was just like, but she don't be like that around me. And I'm just like,
yeah. Yep. I get that. So understand it.
so it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
it's the energy, like you said, it's something that takes on. It's like, okay, cool. It's the environment as well as like the engagement to where you have to have, for me, I have to have that one-on-one, like being able to sit down, have conversation, have depth. That shit can't just be surface. Like, I am so sorry. Like, we have to be able to converse, be able, like, we ain't even have to have fucking similarities. Like, there may be, okay, cool, we like this, but it's like me, I have to tell myself too, like, hey, leaning into that Gemini 7th house, like, all right, we're gonna meet people.
Where they at?
Have to be like, we're not trying to have this defensive with them. Like, okay, we don't know them. We ain't about to have this assumption. We're gonna meet them. We have this interest. That is like curiosity. Like, okay, this person. And that is something like I'm trying to lean into when it comes to like differing opinions. Because with fixed signs, it's like, okay, stuck on this. Cool. You could say something to me, but in my mind, I'm going to be working on a defense to what the fuck you were telling me right now. You're not listening to what the person is saying. And that's something that I said, like, with the Gemini episode. It's just like, yeah, people can't, like, don't care for Geminis because they can get information and change just like that. Like, receive that information, process it, and be able to move accordingly with it. And I'm just like, okay, cool, I get that. But that's what I try to do when it comes to meeting people now. It's like, all right, I need to be able to be social, but I know when it's like, oh, this person don't care for me, and it's like, I ain't done nothing to you. Like, that's the 12th, all the 12th house Scorpio place. I'm like, yo, like, why you feel this way towards me? Like, when I hadn't done or said anything to you to make you feel it. Well, to me, I hadn't done anything to say to make you feel away.
I definitely completely agree with you on that. Completely agree that's where our sensitivity is, and not like, yes, we like to cry, but we are more so sensitive to other people's energies, and so we will definitely remove ourselves. Sometimes it's fight or flight before we hit, before I hit 25 or you hit 31, you know what I mean? Now we just saying, hey, we just need a break. But yeah, like, yeah, definitely more so sensitive as far as energy and auras. Like, what are people bringing into the room, and can we gel with it?
And I would say too, also, like, it can extend to just like videos, like watching TikToks of just like various situations, whether it be a happy moment or a sad moment. Girl, my ass is over here fucking crying. Like, have you watched anime Windbreaker?
Yes. Windbreaker is so, girl,
I cried so many fucking times.
Bro, the episode with the old man and he lost his wife,
girl,
and his wife planted the tree. Stop.
Girl, oh my gosh.
Took me
that
out.
Was so sad. I'm just like, oh, that was so sad. And then the most girl, it was beautiful.
Yeah, the recent one. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, that's
spoiler alert. Okay, I don't mind it, because he was like, I don't have nothing and you have something. So what do you, I have nothing to lose. And then at the end, like, she was like, you lied, because you do have a lot to lose. You got a whole community around you. A whole
group of folks, bro. And it's just like, and then he, like, what is it? Oh, dude went back over. She's like, hey, you trampling on people's love for you. Like, these people's love you, that care for you. And you were about to willingly go out there and, like, trample on and disrespect their feelings. Like, we're here for you, but we need you to know that that wasn't okay. So it's just like, that's love and tough love, like all of that in combination. I'm just like, damn, this is a good ass show. I would not have thought that this would have been like that. But no, like that, just tears, bro. Just tears.
Straight tears, straight flowing, flowing. But that goes back to what you were saying earlier about like anime just having messaging and just really like, I feel like it hits on key points and serious topics and make it easier to digest. I've tried to tell, like, other people, for a long time, I was a closet anime nerd, and I tried to tell a lot of people, like, bro, you gonna take a lot from these shows, like, listen to me. You watch this, and you get a whole different understanding, like, what they animate is real life, what's going on, is people dealing with Bleach, they dealing with spiritual, you know what I'm saying? This is spiritual warfare. This is something that people face on the regular. You just not seeing it because you're not open yet. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't even see that energy yet. So yeah, that show really is a lot deeper than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was just gonna be everybody fighting and that's it.
I actually think, like, okay, thinking about anime that you've cried from, what animes can you think of in like specific scenes? What comes to mind for me instantly is the last, I couldn't even watch the fucking anime. I read the manga of Assassination Classroom. Have you?
Really?
I read it, or watched it, but I don't think I watched the last episode. I read the last, like, panels, and him doing roll call, because ultimately the premise of them is like, hey, we need you to kill him. But
That's what y'all have to do.
like he helps bring out the best in each and every student individually, and then just like at the very last panel he's doing roll call and like they have to kill him. Oh my gosh, it's so sad. So
It was definitely sad.
it's
I love this assassination classroom though. I feel like the one for me is ranking of kings. The ranking of kings. You know who put me onto that? Gary, our boss.
uh
Gary put me onto that. Promise you. He was like, when you go home, watch Ranking of Kings. He was like, take a moment though, cause it's gonna hit you.
with
It's such a beautiful story, but you are going to bawl. Like you
girl,
have to sit. Oof.
look, okay, I got to what is it, right? Okay, what episode did I get to? I got to the episode where his mom or his, I think it's his stepmom, the queen, like something
Yeah.
ended up happening to him, and she just like put all her effort and all her might into healing him at some point in
Yeah.
time, and I just started crying from that.
Yes.
Like, it's such a good show. I no lie, I haven't finished it because it's just like okay, emotions. It's
A lot of
a lot of
emotions.
emotions. I'll say this too, but people know, like people know, but people don't know. Well, people know. People gonna get on my ass anyway. I have not finished Demon Slayer, not to the most season. Exactly. I
Look,
haven't.
I promise you. Look, let me tell you something. Tony is in the room. Me and him looked at each other.
Exactly. See,
We not even on you though. We not even on you though. I get it. I
it's
get
just
it.
like it's so sad, bro. Like I got the last
Yeah.
episode that cause I want to say every fucking demon's backstory, I've cried on
Yeah.
every
Yeah. The
demon's
demons.
backstory.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
understand, like hey, they did some crazy ass shit, but I've cried. What was it? The dude, the one with the spider, where he created like his own family in the first season. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
cried. Like
Mm-hmm.
what is it? The last episode I got to at during the Hashira training was when Tanjiro and Odu was throwing the paper planes, and
Yeah.
somebody showed like a premise or like, hey, you could see that as like Odu dying, like because his plane kept on going up and Tanjiro's kept on going down. And I'm just like, oh my god, like the shit. For one, when it was starting early, like back in 2020 when the manga was still doing its thing. Like I
Yeah.
found out about the ending then. I was just like, I'm just not pressed to like even do all this for real, for real. But whoever, like, shout out to the anime studio because they've done some amazing ass graphics. Because it's just like okay. So somebody said during Anime After Dark, it's just like, okay, what is anime that the story is trash but the design is like A1? And somebody said Demon Slayer, and I'm just like. That's what somebody said. That's what somebody said.
They reaching for the stars. They ain't had nothing else to say. They probably ain't watched no anime that day. I ain't studying these crazy people.
Girl.
That is
Yep.
interesting.
They said like questionable, like not the greatest storyline, but good graphics. Yep, that's what they said. That's what I remember.
That is
So
insane.
I'm just like, but yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to finish watching it. There's another anime too that I hadn't finished watching. I have a couple like okay, I got ADHD. I watch like 5 fucking animes at once, okay? So, I got like let me see cuz I have and this will just be a little anime segment. But what is it? What is it? What is it? What am I watching? I just started watching Burn the Witch yesterday. I'm watching Witch Watch, Windbreaker, Two Perfect Saint Tossed Aside by My Fiance, The Unaware Atelier Meister, The Gorilla God's Go-To Girl, I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years, and Maxed Out My Level. Yeah, I'm reading, like, watching all of those at once. So it's like a new episode coming, X, Y, and Z. And it's something, like, I find interesting. People are like, yeah, I only watch one at a time. I'm like, how you do that?
No. It sounds like the ones you're watching, they've already completed their season,
No,
or they still have new
they
episodes
got new
coming out.
episodes. Like, new episodes.
Okay, I mean, but has this season ended for like June,
No, I
or
wouldn't
like
say
new
that.
episodes are coming weekly?
I think it's like new episodes coming weekly because a lot of these, I think they're like 12 episode series. So it's just like,
Okay.
okay, that's just gonna be that. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. But no, that a lot of them they ain't sad for real. Oh shit, that's not the one I was thinking about. What I see my mind. It's called Sengoku Yoko. That one is a sub. and I got to episode 9, but it's one scene where it's like one of the characters, she ends up passing away, and I'm just like, I cried because
Send me that one. I haven't heard of that
I'll
one.
have to send it to you. So yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like that one. The Demon Slayer makes me cry. But yeah, Fruit Basket, that's another one too. It's a good one. Like
Yes.
it's a lot of different backstories. Have you watched Ouran High School Host Club?
Yes. So with the brothers, yes, that was interesting. That was interesting.
Yes, I love that. Why you look like that? You ain't like it?
It just was interesting.
Like how they play on like on each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
okay, but
Yeah.
it was
Definitely a love story
it was
though.
good. Okay, I will tell you, it's some things I just won't go back to because it's so sad. Like
Mm-hmm.
that one, I will. I've watched it in its entirety, but it's just the way like Tamaki's mom, or he couldn't see his mom, and they had to go through this whole plight of just like, hey, trying to get him to meet his mom at this one point in time. It was bad. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, damn. As well as I went through watching it in its entirety. JoJo's Bizarre
Yeah,
Adventure.
JoJo's.
It's that one season where it looks like it's 90s color, or the sky is like yellowish or something. But
I know what you mean.
the end of like those last couple episodes where the day kept on starting over and over, I thought like it was just despair. Like that when I was just like I thought there was no way out. It was just sad. Like nothing's going to come of success for this. Like everybody keeps dying every which way. Like that shit. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like
Yeah.
I was so concerned. It's like that as well as Rise of the Shield Hero. That first fucking
Rise of
couple
the Shield.
episodes.
Okay.
That shit pissed me off. Bitch pissed me the fuck off. Like her and them other 3 heroes. I'm just like, why you do this man like that? He doing better than y'all. Like why are y'all acting like this towards him? So yeah, like those like that underlying emotion, like those ones, like every other anime be like happy go lucky slapstick comedy, but that
Mm-hmm.
really strike you at the root of yourself, like that and Attack on Titan. Like it was
Oof.
so many fucking moments, like shocked,
Uh,
off,
with
amazed, like Aaron.
when Sasha died, that shit was like terrible.
Look,
It was like, why y'all kill Sasha? Come on,
Sasha ain't do
are
nothing. She
y'all
just wanted to
serious?
eat food. That's it.
That's it. Leave her
That's
alone.
all she
I
wanted
was
to do.
upset.
And I don't blame old girl who wanted was going after Gabby. Like once she
Yeah,
found out that she killed Sasha, she's
yeah.
like, oh, and that
It's
I
a
feel like that was cancer in real
yeah.
time too. It's
It
like,
was
oh,
she was
like
activated.
oh
She
yeah,
was
no,
activated.
you're out of here. Like if
Yeah.
you would have been done. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like, and I was gonna say I don't think I can give Aaron that cancer title. Like they with a
No.
whole timeline, it's just like do it. Like went back and told his whole daddy to off a whole family. Like nah, bro. Like
No. 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 No.
that's
No. I
crazy.
think Armin more so. Armin or I don't even know. I don't even know if I could say Mikasa. I could say Mikasa because she was on him. She was on him. She was like, I'm gonna protect him at any cost. Mind you, that was in her bloodline. She had no choice, but
It's like
still,
no shit's
she
coming out.
loved him, and she was ready to end anybody about Aaron. Period.
Yeah.
Period. Don't fuck with my man. That's what she was on.
Yep. So
I could see it.
definitely see that with her. I don't know what sign would you give Aaron? Like what do you think that to be?
Aaron is either a Virgo or a Cap. I don't even know if I want to say Capricorn. And
I was thinking on
go
that
ahead.
line, like Virgo, Pisces, like because it's like the ideal, like hey, I have this idea, and like he wanted to be able to get him and Armin to be able to see the sea and the beach, but it's like hey, for us to have this ideal, half of the fucking population gotta go. Like
Gotta go.
that's that's what it's just like. We could have done something here. We could have had a table talk discussion at some point in time. Like, hey, why the fuck y'all feel like we had to be out here with a wall full of giants and the bitches? But hey, that's what the situation went to be. And I mean, it's well received. When I tell you, people were watching Attack on Titan when I was in college, junior year.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
niggas, I ain't even think fuck with anime, which is like, hey, I got to know what happened and started reading the manga type shit.
Yeah.
Like, own it. So it definitely has its longevity factors with it. And I'm just like, okay. Ooh.
I feel like Attack on Titan is one of those ones that's definitely going down in history. Like the story was so deep and so realistic that it is like it's one of the ones you could watch again, but you got to be in the right mind frame to even go through that story again.
Yeah.
Cause it's so deep and gets so dark in some points. But nah, that's definitely one of the ones where it's like it's top. Like if you recommending people to watch anime, if they get that deep into their journey, if they want to explore, then yeah, I definitely recommend that one for sure.
Yeah, that I was just like, okay. And like I said, that could potentially go into like anime recommendations. Like for me, I like to give people anime recommendations that like catch them off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Not the fan service anime, like obviously you don't have big titties. And I feel like also too, like Cancer Capricorn axis is associated with titties. Like the bitches be big. They do. Like I'm not even gonna hold you. Like you think about any people who got Cancer placements, they got big titties. Like I don't. Like I got a Cancer moon, the bitches are small, but just like hey, I feel like something had to give. Like I have Moon and like Venus and Jupiter together, and it's just like expansion, but it's square. So it's like hey. Nah, like maybe when you have kids, but nah,
Not right
you're
now.
not gonna do that. It's okay. It's okay. But it's just like yeah, I don't show people like I don't know. It's like off guard shit. Have you seen? I can't. I don't think I'm gonna say it right. Shinomita. Ideally, it's like the setting is where it's some point in time in Japan, and they've ruled out like all like nasty. Like they can't cuss, they can't look at shit. Like if you say words, like they have collars on and everything. And this dude, his dad was like somebody who was anti like that. And his dad went to jail. He's like, okay, I'm trying to be on this straight lace type of thing. But he comes across this girl who has this phone that for like 3 minutes out each day, she's able to like say profanity and use it in some way. And what she's trying to do is go about bringing back like the fan service and all that stuff to Japan. But that shit is wild. Like it's the dude is after a girl who is like when I tell you she is oblivious to like the sensual side of being and intimacy that she's just like she ends up making cookies, like actual cookies, but the ingredients that she utilized in said cookies is very, very questionable. So I'll definitely let you go and watch that for real. Like, yeah.
Send me that link.
Okay, I got you. But yeah, that one, the shit is crazy. I like to catch people off guard with stuff like that. Like that one. And then people want to talk, they don't talk shit about it, but they don't care. Like, oh, it's orgasming with eating food. Like, I like Food Wars. Like,
Food Wars is good.
It's good. It's just like, hey, you got to get past the people with their clothes. But it ain't like, oh, it's graphic. Like, they showing hair and, like, everything whenever they take their clothes off. It's just, the food is good to the point that it should come off.
The food is busting. It is what it is.
So it's just like, okay, it's that. Like, it goes into, like, you think about anime too, and it's thinking about like the sense of community. But I want you to give your recommendations because I didn't like my mind would just like go and then go into something else. But yeah,
I definitely put people like if I'm introducing people to it for the first time, I go Hunter x Hunter. Death Note is another one that I always recommend to people because I feel like people watch a lot of like true crime shows, and so that's just like kind of an easy transition. And plus, I think the live action was like actually decent on that one. A lot of people are watching that anime show, not the anime, the Netflix show, Bet, which is based off of Karugi, the high school animated show where they doing the bets and the games. That's another one that's like realistic. You can see it happening in real life, so it's not gonna be too cartoony for you. But it's still a great fucking story. I'm trying to figure out what else. Yu Yu Hakusho is one of my favorites. Shout out to you for dressing like Yusuke, because that was so fly. Yes, definitely one of my favorites to this day. Love that one. Ooh, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, I know people are iffy on this one, but I like My Hero. I love My Hero Academia, okay? And I am gonna stand in her way, okay? I love her. Yes, I would definitely recommend that one. I don't know, Deku is kind of giving cancer. Kind of. The only reason I would not say Deku is giving cancer, let me talk. Let me have this. The only reason I would not say Deku was giving cancer is what season was that? I think it was the season before this last one. he had that period of time where he was like fighting crime and not taking a shower. Like this nigga was not washing his ass. He was just fighting crime. And so his friends had to come in and be like, bro, like they had to fight this nigga to get him to take a shower, bro. They was like, stop doing this shit. Like, you haven't taken a moment for yourself. You don't even know who you are anymore. You smell. It's gross. So yeah. But yeah, Deku is very much so just like, he wants to be a hero. He wants to be like saving the world and giving community, but also he doesn't have a power. He gains one and he's still kind of shy about it. Like he's still like diluting like who he actually is and isn't pouring all the way into it until he has to. Like, yeah, he flowed a lot. He flowed a lot. I could also put Deku as like, I could also see him as a Pisces. I could 100%. He's a water sign somewhere. I wouldn't say Scorpio because he isn't as cool as y'all. Like, y'all are cool as fuck. Like, y'all just be like, it's black cat energy. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, he's not giving that.
Yeah. They actually have him on the list for Cancer. Like,
Deku, really? I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew that was the reason why I liked him.
yep, he's actually above Sailor Moon.
Izuku.
And they have Spike from, what is it? Spike from, what is that show? Cowboy Bebop.
Okay, I could see that too.
So like,
I could see that too.
Okay.
I'm fucking with it.
So yeah, it's just like definitely this themes of like relative to community, and community, it gets to the point of, I want to say for Cancers being like with family, the establishment of community with that. So wanting you to provide insight and information on like what you got going on relative to community, what you're passionate about, like what you want people to know, like, hey, like this is important.
Yeah, so my passion is building community. My passion is like making sure people are connected with the plants. Just go outside, like stand in the grass. But also while you're standing in the grass, like look and see if you can identify what's natively growing there and what you can eat. I think it's so important that food is given to everybody on this earth. I don't understand why people are going hungry when things literally grow outside, but we are being blocked off from it by capitalism. So I definitely would say I'm leaning more so the abolitionist side, definitely into like bartering, trading services, like showing up for people in a communal space versus like, how can I get money up out of you? I love building community. I love spending time with. I think a lot of people want to have big communities. I do think they genuinely want to. I don't think they know how to, because having a big community means that you do remember stuff about people. You do check in on them when your mind and your heart is telling you something. I could have a dream about somebody and be like, no, I need to text them today. Like I have to check in with them because spirit is calling. Because they came to me in my dreams, so now I got to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, not ignoring those signs when it's telling you to check on people. And learning not to give up on people. I think that's the biggest lesson that I've learned is, like, don't give up on people, but also have discernment. And recognize when things aren't really in the space that it needs to be. Like, it's not there, you know? Like, they still need to heal, so I got to release them so they can do that. But I didn't give up on them. You know, my passion though, my baby, my heart is my business, Black to Earth. We go to Black owned farms monthly and host volunteer days. We're in Georgia. We also go to farms in Alabama. I've been doing this for 6 years now, which is insane, but just very happy to be in the space, very happy to be growing in that work, to have touched the farms and the pieces of land that we've been able to touch. The community that I built, I've seen full babies come to for. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I've seen people make babies off of events that they would take. Like I've seen friendships build. Like people travel internationally together and just like enjoy each other's space. So making those connections and making sure people know that like they're not alone in this world and there's other people that are interested in what you're interested in. That's what's most important to me. But yeah, just I'm really really locked in with community. I really love people. I think too, another thing that building community taught me was that you never have ownership over people. I think a lot of people don't like to talk about that jealousy or that like green little enemy that comes up on your shoulder when you haven't really dealt with abandonment issues or dependency issues. And so when you are building community and other things are shaping within that, you have to encourage that. You know what I mean? You can't try to sever that or feel like you're being left out of it. You have to encourage that growth in what they're building together, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, I like seeing other pods form out of things. Like, we brought them together, now they're forming. They're moving together. Like, that to me feels very good. So, yeah. Yeah, that I'm uplifting that.
And that's something like one of my mentors for my detail, he was like, "What's your passion?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "What are you passionate about?" I'm like, "Well, I'm passionate about providing people opportunities, and I like connecting people. But the thing is about that connection is that I don't have to be there for that connection to take place. I like to bring people together and then step back and then see it grow and bring into fruition, like however it's supposed to be." So yes, definitely big on that, to be able to have connection and then see it grow and like how where that goes from there. So I'm happy that you're able to do that and be able to encourage more people to go out and get out and touch fucking grass, because
Yeah.
people are outside, people are doing it, but not, or people are outside. Let's do the outside with the EE. People ain't
Clock
outside,
it.
like outside touching
Yes.
grass, being in the moment, being in the zone, just like, hey, really letting go of like those things that really don't like they matter, but it's just like, okay, if shit was to pop off, if you were outside without any like of these things, what is the first thing that's gonna come to mind? Because it sure the hell ain't that. So it's like really, really having those moments that you said to take away and just to get outside of a situation so you can have a fresh perspective when you get back into it. That is something that is big. That's important. So this has been an absolute fun, like absolute fun.
I feel like that too. I feel like it has just been a conversation, like we was just sitting on the
Yeah,
phone. That's
and that's
vibes.
like that's the whole point. Like I'd rather people just like listen, because people, I feel like low key that people like, oh, you gonna
Hmm.
get me on your podcast and like make me look dumb. I'm like, no, just talk, just talk. Like literally, you are talking through your placements are shining through your conversation. Like I want to give you a space to showcase, for one, to talk. Like we hadn't talked in a minute. Two, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, talk about similarities, talk about differences, and then throw a little bit of astrology in there every now and then. Like I said, it's seasoned aspects. Seasoned, but it's from your perspective. So, yes, like I said, this has been an absolute pleasure. I've enjoyed it. I'm happy that you've been on here and to come on here to talk about anime, to talk about music, to talk about community, and just like experiences. That is the whole point of this podcast. I'm truly happy. And yeah, do you have any other like closing words you want to say, share with folks and stuff?
Yeah, I want to uplift you and just say thank you for the space. And I want you to know you are very easy to talk to. So that's why it just made sense. Yeah. And I can't wait to tune in for this episode and the next one. I really have enjoyed, like, I also feel like you have the smoothest voice. That's what I'm saying. Like, Scorpios, y'all cool. I don't know. It'd be like either y'all voice is smooth, the fashion is smooth. You got all three. You know what I'm saying? But everything be hitting somehow. Like, I fuck with that. So, yeah, I just appreciate your energy for real.
Thank you. Like
Yeah.
when I tell y'all, it's hard for me to take a compliment. Like it really is. Like it's like my cheekbones. I'm like, oh, like okay, but no, I truly appreciate that. Like, I just want to talk to people, like talk to my friends, talk to folks. Like, if I've had a good ass conversation with you, like we had a bomb ass conversation on the last day of DreamCon, just like reflecting on all the stuff that we took in and just like how that shit took place. Being able to do this, not even a whole year later, but still having that connection still here, still like accessible is important. So really wanted to build on that, and I feel like we did that with this today. So, but okay, girl, I'm gonna let you go. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in to Seasoned Aspect. This has been a pleasure. We will come back next time talking to somebody who, what, they might have a placement that matches up with the season. I don't know. Like I said, I just want to talk to my friends, and it makes sense to y'all. So, with that, I will let y'all go. Y'all be easy. So, bye, y'all.